All right, welcome back to the Madman Mixtape Show here on SlamminTunes.com, the #1 station to bring you all the hottest hits. And today we have artist Produkt from New York City in the building. How you doing today, man?
Yes, what it is. Everything is good, brother. Blessed, can't complain.
Oh man, I hear that, man. You're doing a lot of things going on with your music right now, and hard artists to get a hold with and everything like that. You just grinding out there, man. I see y'all.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying, brother. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. It's just a lot going on, I handle a lot of day-to-day activity with my partner, so we definitely are busy. Thanking God for that too. We gotta definitely have a lot going on.
Oh yeah, man. It definitely, and the music business, period, man. It doesn't matter if you're an artist or you're a producer, radio. It doesn't matter, man. It seems like it's over a 24-hour day. It doesn't even feel like it's a 24-hour day anymore. Yeah, man. You are signed with Concord ENT, is that right?
Oh yeah, we just worked out a situation, a single situation for the record, Hold It Down. So we're doing some work with those guys. A lot of good things supposed to come in the future, so we're definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, we do have a single deal for the record, Hold It Down with Concord.
That's great, man. Is this the first time you've ever been signed to a label?
This is the first situation like this. Yeah, I'm in a partnership with another individual with our record company called Legacy Records Incorporated. I have a partner as that, but this is the first situation where I'm teaming up with outside distribution.
Right. And you have with this distribution. I mean, how easier is it for as far as promotion wise go? Is it a lot more stress off of your shoulders?
What it is just basically, it's in this music business, in any business, you have to kind of be real with yourself and your capabilities and what you have access to. So it's just more trying to get to the tier that we really don't have the access to. So that's really more. It's not really we still grind like there is, and like we still grind like we do day one. It's never gonna change our aspect or our perspective and promotion and our social media presence and visuals and things like that. If a situation presents itself, I wouldn't look at it as less weight on my shoulders. It's just actually, I would look at it, it's time to go even harder and do more work, because now, there's more people to feed, and now there's more of a demand for content. So
Exactly.
it's actually a little more inspiring for me. It's what we doing now is very grassroots. I'm just coming up, and it's just been a blessing that everybody's accepted the material the way that they have.
Absolutely, man. I definitely appreciate that, man. Because you definitely gotta look out for your team. It's the more you add onto your shoulders, it seems like it kind of balances itself out. The way I've talked to a few other artists, and they seem it's not as hard as people make it out to be, pretty much. But I got a question for you. How long you been making music, man?
I've been making music. I've been writing since probably I was 11 years old. I've been recording myself probably since I was 15 years old. So I've been writing music for over 15 years.
Wow.
For over 15 years. On a professional level, I'd say since 2006. I was incarcerated. And while I was incarcerated, my mother sent me some magazines. And in back of one of the magazines, I found the Institute of Audio Research. So I was able to actually enroll in the school through prison. So when I came home, I would immediately be able to start classes. And I had ended up finding, another person that's a part of my situation. I found a partner, and we built a studio together. I was going to put some bread up and record an album. And, when we do the final numbers and we talking $15,000, $16,000 to record in somebody else's studio, we just had decided to break bread and, and build our own little in-house facility. And that's when I consider I started doing this professionally, really investing in the craft.
Yeah, exactly. I got you, man. Yeah, was it hard to get, after you had got out, was it hard to get back on your feet as far as everything goes, or did you just go right straight to the school and get everything done that way?
I had, I made sure, things were taken care of for me. I came home to, a decent situation where I was able to move myself accordingly and put things together. And I've always been a hard worker. I always worked. I always had a bunch of jobs. I was a father around the same time I was incarcerated. I was 15 years old when I had my first child. So I've always worked. I've always had a little rainy day fund and all that. I've always been grinding, in the workforce and in the street. I've always had a little parachute. So
Right.
God willing, I was a little smart and I was able to put some things together immediately when I came home.
But that's good. It seemed like you had everything established for when you got out and when you came home. That you had everything pretty much laid out the way you wanted it to be. Yeah, man. I see that you had worked with Fred Godson.
Yeah, I worked with Fred. I worked with Fred. We did the joint called Bronx Bullies. We got the visual out there on Produkt.com. For everybody out there that's tuning in, if you ever want to check out, if you ever want to do, a little research on me and what I got going on, www.improdukt.com, Produkt.com. And you could definitely see that Fred the Godson visual up there. It's a real tough video. It's a big record. I got a lot of great feedback, and the record kind of took a life of its own once we put out the visual. Fred's a good dude. That's home team, and I know a lot of people in his circle. He knows a lot of people in my circle.
Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, I didn't get to meet Fred Godson up close and actually, shake hands with him, but he has been down here to the DMV a couple times. And I'm not sure if you know the videographer Pyrex TV, if you've heard of him. But yeah, good affiliates of mine, and yeah, he was down here for a couple shows. Seems like a nice laid-back dude, and he really had a buzz with him down here. I'm glad you got to collab with him, man. That's a great opportunity and definitely a step up, because you not only Fred Godson's rising up, but you're also rising up. He's got a name for himself, you got a name for yourself, and put two artists like that together, man. And the track was hot. I mean, all the listeners out there right now, I suggest y'all go ahead and actually pull that up right now and listen to that track, because that track is hot. I mean, Bronx Bullies, that's where it is, man.
Yeah, it just felt, it seemed like the right thing to do. I'm the new kid on the block, and I'm an MC first. I'm a rapper first. So I want to go for the guys that really got something to say. And I want to create the conversation with the listeners and the viewers. Wow, did this kid that we have no idea who he is really hold his own with a person like Fred the Godson? You know what I'm saying? Because usually you hear Fred, you hear him on records and you hear him do features, and he blowing people out the water. It just don't add up. I wanted it to be almost, and hip hop is competitive, so I wanted to put that in the air too. It was just big. Fred is real. Fred was doing his thing. It was my first collabo with somebody out there as much as Fred is. So, it was definitely a dope project. It came together real tough.
Yeah, man, definitely. Tell us a little something about yourself from I guess you can start from where you started right into now. That would be the best bio I could think of.
Yeah, absolutely. I was born in Bronx, New York. I'm Bronx, New York all day. I grew up in Castle Hill and Lafayette and Havermeyer, and I moved around a lot all over the Bronx. I've been writing music. I went to Lima High School up in the Bronx. I was always involved in ciphers. Everybody used to get on the square, on Westchester Square, and spark ciphers. All the rappers, all the nicest kids that had the balls to jump in the mosh pit would go up there and say what they had to say. And I was definitely that light-skinned kid coming through kicking some shit. And everybody, every time a cipher sparked off, we was always up there going in. That's pretty much what it is. I'm from the ground up, for real.
Your freestyle game hot like that?
It was. These days, yeah, once you in the zone with this stuff, man, it's all about your mood and your energy, with music and creation and things like that. It's just the amount of information that you're taking in, the quality of things you feed in your mind, and if you really got it off the rip. If I'm feeling nice and I'm smoking something, drinking something, I can always hold my own. Sometimes it gets me in trouble,
Right.
but I always jump in off the head. I'm known to do that too, so absolutely.
That's what's up, man. Definitely, man. How did you come up with the name Produkt?
Well, growing up where I'm from, everybody called me Crack. Crack. And
Right.
obviously, I can't run around with Joe Crack the Don Cartagena's name. That's not really something that I'm going to be able to brand myself as. And I was always a hustler.
Right.
Since I was 12 years old, I was always in the street. My mother was always, ransacking my rooms like the police and throwing out everything I had. She was always trying to get me to stop. But when I was a young boy, I was always in the street, always. I caught my first big drug charge when I was 15 years old. So, it was just something that kind of made sense. And not only for the negative aspect of the drugs and that lifestyle, it's just, Produkt represents anything and everything. From apparel to your radio station to, the soda we drink or the TV we watch. Everything is a product at the end of the day. So that's kind of what I try to embody with that, because if you get yourself familiar with the music that I make and the visuals that I put out, I really try to challenge myself on every different project. And I say project because some people say records. Everybody does a million records and throw out a million records all over the place.
Right.
I really don't do that. I take my time with things from A to Z, and I make sure that my product is strong and can stand alone, and it's always different. Like my dialect, my patterns, my approach, everything about these records varies. It's very different. Like if you listen to one record and you listen to another, I always try to make sure there's a big transition so it doesn't become redundant. So my style doesn't become redundant. My word patterns don't become redundant. I always want to give the listener something to vibe with.
Right.
And a lot of kids reached out too. Shout out to all the fans that's out there supporting and emailing every day and reaching out, trying to get down with the camp and things like that. And it was just a blessing to see that, that they actually recognize that too, that they're like, yo, we never know what to expect from you. We think we got you pinned, and then you put something out and it's like, damn, like, what is this now?
Right.
So that's kind of exciting too. And that's what I do this for, to challenge myself more than anything.
Right. Yeah, you definitely got to keep not only yourself, but your fans and your supporters on their toes as well. You can't let them just get used to the same old product. You got to throw out something, a little mix here, there, throw in something spicy every now and then. I see what you're saying, man.
Yeah, definitely. To be diverse. I guess that's where my name ties in. That's how my name fits me. Because not only with the negative culture and what I come from and how I grew up, it's also what I try to embody in business and legitimate business and what I reflect as an artist, because we all products of this environment, and everybody indulges in certain things. So I try to embody everything. I don't want to leave any gray areas. I want to represent, the world as a whole instead of something just so boxed in.
Definitely, man. Are you performing anywhere right now?
We are talking about setting up a tour. We just trying to make it make sense financially. A lot of people are reaching out to get me to come through to their cities. It's just got to make sense. We definitely, I'm putting in a lot of work, brother, and it's just coming to the point where, it's got to make sense for me in a financial standpoint. We got a good following, we got a good crowd, we got a lot of hardcore fans that's really waiting for me to touch their city. I'm just waiting for these guys to really make the move,
Right. If you could describe one of your shows in one word, what would that word be?
Explosive.
It's like that, man.
Definitely gonna be a good time.
Yeah, definitely, man. You have to hit me up. Definitely, I'm actually going to be up that way in the next few months. So if you're out performing then, man, I would definitely love to slip by and see you, man. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Just let me know. The doors is always open, especially in some of these parts. Definitely give me a call, and I'll make sure we out there holding it down for you.
Most definitely, man. Another question I have for you. What's your favorite track that you've put out so far?
My favorite track that I got in the street right now is probably Daddy is a Dope Boy. because it's a lot of people don't know what happens in my personal life. But I was recently vindicated or dismissed on something that I was arrested for.
Right.
And I addressed it on that record. That was just really a point in my life where my children are growing, and I'm worried that they remember some things about my lifestyle from when they were growing up. God willing, I was able to make this transition and make legitimate money now as a man. But I'm sure I got an 11-year-old daughter that remembers daddy running in and out the house and handling business. So it's just a real personal record to me, and it's very true. Everything that I put out there is very true to life. Like, I'm not one of these kids that's just spitting shit to kind of throw shit out there. Of course, we embellish sometimes with the violence and the murder and all that shit.
Right.
It's
what the crowd wants to hear, though. I mean, you got a lot of young cats, especially in the music industry now. You got a lot of these young cats that actually are in the street, and they want to hear stuff that they actually relate to. So, I mean, as an artist, you have to fill their needs. And it's not only just about the murder or drug shit. It could mean anything. It could just mean the ambition, the grind, the hustle, the spark of it all. That's what you got to keep out there for your fans, because if you don't keep your fans entertained, they're going to go somewhere else. And
nah, absolutely. I also feel like it has to be done in moderation, because how I feel like a fan of it, a lot of when you oversaturate something, it becomes detrimental to the culture. The culture's taking a huge turn. You know what I'm saying? And the culture turned to nothing but that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but the guns and the dumb shit and all that.
Right.
And true, yeah, there is an audience for it, but 90% of that audience really isn't buying records anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got the shoot 'em up shit that everybody want to listen to when they getting twisted, but they not really investing into nothing. They not investing into the craft. So for me, it's in moderation. Like, I'm gonna tell my story from what I live.
Right.
There's really not much embellishment. Sometimes when you braggadocious in certain records, you going to turn it up a notch, but we talking 97.9% of facts. You know what I'm saying? And because I feel like that's another thing. A lot of artists out here that are popping, I'm not gonna name no names, but it's frustrating because these people are taking the culture in a direction that it probably really shouldn't go.
Right.
And they force feeding this shit, and it's turning society into something else. So what I'm trying to do, what my goal is anyway, is just reiterate what the 90s was for hip hop, and what special artists, like, there is a handful of special guys that's really out here that deserve to be where they at. But 70%, 80% of this industry is fluff, man. It's gonna be a bunch of guys that's not gonna be here in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I'm sick of with the industry, all the fluff, all these labels backing these guys that aren't really substantial. It's just, artists with good records that could get some show tour money. Let's put them out, and then let's kill them off.
Right, them little one hit wonder type deals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, I definitely feel that. You actually have a mixtape out on Dat Piff right now, Mantra of a Dealer. How about that? Tell us a little something about that, man.
Yeah, it's called Mantra of a Dealer.
Mantra, I'm sorry.
Yeah, all good. Mantra of a Dealer. Yeah, Mantra of a Dealer is just, it's a dope project. It's a combination of, a lot of the material that I had gathered over some time. And, the title Mantra, if you're familiar with the word mantra, it's kind of like, when you repeat sounds or words or anything to kind of calm yourself.
Okay.
That's what mantra is. And for me, when I write records, that's my process. I'm always humming to myself. I'm always talking to myself. And the only thing that calms me is writing. It's been the only thing to calm me down forever. It only fit to be Mantra of a Dealer. It's my story, it's my path, it's my fight. There's everything on there from, the Bronx Bully records, really getting gutter in the streets, to, a record like Hold It Down, which talks about, my divorce and my kids, and, the real nitty gritty of my personal life. To braggadocious records like Taino, because I'm Puerto Rican, and there's definitely a representation of Puerto Rico and my heritage throughout the whole mixtape as well. So it's a real diverse project, Mantra of a Dealers. It definitely covers a lot of different aspects of who I am as an artist.
I got you, man. Definitely. And yeah, all y'all viewers right now tuning in, definitely go check that out. You can find that on datpiff.com. Mantra the Dealer, definitely a great mixtape, man. I actually downloaded it a few weeks ago. Been listening to it, jamming out. My wife loves it. Everybody that comes over to my crib and everything, I got it playing or something. I always play independent music anyway. I very seldom listen to mainstream hip hop or anything. So I usually play the independent artists, and I have people that come in and out of the studio all the time asking who this artist is, and I've had a couple people actually say they actually like that mixtape. So congratulations on that one, and I hope it is a big success for you as far as a mixtape goes. I got a couple more questions for you if you don't mind before we wrap things up. What mainstream? I know you've worked with Fred the Godson and everything, but what mainstream artist, or if any artist you could ever work with, who would it be?
Probably the King Hov.
Hov? Well, you straight out of New York anyway, man. A lot of the rappers in New York will say that.
If we talking rappers, like if we're talking rappers, it'll definitely be a guy like Jay. Just to be in the room and kind of pick up some of that game that he's gonna be tossing around. That's more what I look forward to. Being in a space with my peers to pick up game, because when you're in a space with those guys, it's only gonna push you to perform your best. But if we're talking about anybody to do a record with anyone, any genre of music, it'll most likely be Mary J. Blige.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite soul R&B artists right there. She definitely puts out some good music, but I think that would be a nice track between y'all two. That would definitely be, man. I'm looking forward to it in the near future, man.
Yeah, hopefully, God willing, with a little hard work and dedication, we'll get there for sure.
Well, that's it, man. You just got to keep on pushing and grinding. It's not promised tomorrow. Tomorrow's never promised. So what you can get done today is just a benefit of the doubt, Another question, a couple more questions. Where can your music be found? I know we can find it on Dat Piff, but do you have like an iTunes, SoundCloud, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. All of the above. If you go to www.improdukt.com, IAMPRODUKT.com, there's going to be links to everything: my Twitter, my Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, CD Baby, iTunes. A lot of my interviews that I've done are there. All the visual projects that we released, all the acclaimed videos that went viral, and everyone that created a lot of noise for me in the rising of my career. Everything is at the website, and again, that's www.improdukt.com. Produkt is spelled Produkt. A lot of exciting things going on. I have some apparel that we're going to be uploading to the site coming this fall. A lot of exclusive apparel pieces for male and females, very high quality. It's going to be limited amounts of high quality apparel, so it's going to be almost like a quick strike. It's going to be nice quality apparel. There's a lot of guys out here pressing t-shirts and stitching together hats real quick and fast, but I'm taking it up a notch, so the apparel is going to be on the site as well coming this fall. That's something I'm also very excited about. So just look out. Every day we load new content. Every day there's a lot of stuff going on the website. So if there's any curiosity, if you want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, everything is there for you at the improdukt.com, or you could just Google at Produkt JRG, and anything will pop up with that as well.
Okay, and do you run these sites like your Twitter and Facebook and everything?
I try to keep up with the Twitter and the Facebook. The Instagram is probably the most personal thing that I have, that I tend to every day. Instagram and Twitter more than anything.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the way I am too. I don't really have an Instagram. I did have one, but I don't get out that much. I'm usually always in the studio. Might as well not take pictures of the studio all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, we talked about your goals, talked about Oh, do you have any extra talents in the music industry that help you out in the music industry? Like, do you play any instruments or can you sing type stuff?
I wouldn't call myself. I wouldn't say I could sing, but I definitely try to harmonize and all that in the studio. There's a couple records on the mixtape that it is my voice singing some of the records that you probably wouldn't even notice. Things that have helped me is just my, a keen eye just for just creative ideas. A lot of people don't know that. I'm not sure if you've watched all my videos, but I direct every video that I do.
Is that right?
Absolutely. I write treatments. I cast all my videos. I direct all my videos. The only thing I do not do is shoot and edit.
Right.
I don't shoot it, I don't edit, but I direct every project, I cast every project, I hire every girl, every actor. Everything that you see in these videos is always done by my direction. And a lot of artists aren't like that. These guys just want to show up and, just try to look cool in the video. For me, just writing the record is one step, recording the record is a whole nother step, and I see it all the way through. Even I may not hands-on edit these projects, but there is always changes that have to be made after they give it to me. Their final rendition, I always send them back to make more changes. It's just the way that I am. I'm very hands-on with this craft. I really respect the listeners. I really respect the viewers, and I really respect guys like you, man, that give me an opportunity to come out here and showcase what it is I do on a daily basis. So, I definitely am hands-on, and just having that kind of creative eye outside of just writing music has definitely helped me, get to where I'm at this point.
Right, man, definitely, man. Power moves all the way, and don't get it twisted, man. Thank you for coming on Slammin' Tunes, man. Definitely a big lookout for your part and our part, man. We definitely appreciate having you and everything like that. And yeah, man, looking forward to hearing more from you in the near future. That's definite. Do you have any new tracks or EPs in the work right now, or are you working on anything right now?
We got a lot of things in the works right now. I got this record with Mr. Papers. That's Little Kim's baby father. He's also affiliated with Fred the Godson. I got a big record with him. It's my record called All On Me. I'm just kind of holding it back. That's going to be something super crazy. I got this other record with Pat Poose that is about to hit the street and be super crazy. I'm trying to get Troy Ave to hop on that joint with us too. So that joint is supposed to be super crazy. I got this other record called Back on the Run. I was working on this EP, and the EP was called 28G, 28 grams. Then I had the title for like 2 years. It was going to be the continuation from Mantra of a Dealer. And I see that Wiz Khalifa's putting out an album called 28 grams. So
ain't that something, man?
It's always like that. Well, it tells me I'm on the right path. I'm thinking in the right direction. So, but there definitely is, probably a full feature album in the works now that we have some distribution and things like that. And these records are just too big to give away, man. It's real quality music. If anybody that's familiar with the videos, that's seen the videos, I'm trying to do some real groundbreaking stuff with every song on this project. Mantra of a Dealer, I've shot a video for almost every record with the exception of 3. So this project, the album that we intend to put out, EP, we are definitely going to stick with the same formula and shoot visuals for each record. But these visuals are going to be very groundbreaking. I'm really pushing the envelope, on what it is that people are going to be seeing. Frame to frame, some of these videos, people are going to be outright shocked. Right. Some people are going to feel some sort of way. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. But one thing is, with this wave of stuff that's going to come, people are going to watch, for sure.
All right, yeah. Definitely some big names that you were working with, Pat Poose, Troy Ave. You said you're going to try to jump on it also. Yeah, man. Is there any other artists that we can expect to be on this album besides Papoose, Troy Ave, or you're just gonna keep it a whole secret for a little while?
Right now, the Troy Ave things is in the works. I got a good relationship with a lot of people that surround him, so I'm sure we're gonna be able to get that done. I probably shouldn't have put that out there. Papoose is already on the record. That's a big record. There's definitely there's definitely gonna be some more features. You know, a lot of people are reaching out and they see the movement and they see what we got going on. But for me, it's just gotta make sense. It's gotta be the energy of the record and, you know, things like that, good vibes. You know, a lot of these industry cats is exactly what it is. It's industry cats. You know, so God willing, with right politics and things like that, we definitely gonna have some big features coming out.
How hard is it to collaborate with you? I mean, I get a lot of independent artists that view in here daily on my show, and a lot of independent artists that actually hit me up on my email talking about, hey, do you know anybody that's looking for collabos right now? Do you accept collaborations?
I do at this point if it's an unsigned artist that doesn't have really any type of following. You know, I really don't do any. At this point, I'm so busy, I really can't do it for free.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for me to do it at this point for free. So I am open to collaborations, but just because, you know, you want to throw me, you know, $1,000 or whatever to hop on your record. If the record is trash, I'll turn down $1,000 without blinking an eye.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? All money isn't good money. So I definitely am open to collabs. You know, if the artist is equal or, you know, more bars or whatever it is, you know, of course, you know, if it makes sense, I'm with it. We lock in. I'm the easiest guy to work with. I'm always throwing around ideas. You know, I try to work in some of the best studios that's around. So, you know, we got everything we would possibly need. So, you know, I'm definitely open to collab. If you a guy out there that's trying to get his buzz up, that doesn't really have some buzz, but you nice, you know, reach out and we'll definitely work it out to a price point that isn't gonna murder you. You know, I'm still an independent artist out here myself, but you know, I put in too much grind just to be throwing out material for nothing, you know?
Right. Which brings me to my next question. Do you have any advice for new artists?
Yeah, absolutely. Just grind. You know, this music industry is like straight cutthroat. You know, it's straight cutthroat. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about your grandmother that's sick or your mother that died. Nobody gives a shit about none of that shit. You know, what you got to do is stay in the studio, keep recording in your records, keep shooting videos to your records, and don't put out shitty videos. You know, if you're an independent artist and your boy got a camera and y'all putting out 30 shitty videos, guess what? People ain't gonna watch them because you got a reputation for putting out shitty videos.
Right.
You know, save your money and really put all your energy in a project. You know, if you only shoot one video a year, then so be it, as long as it's a high quality project. That's really all I say to upcoming artists. Invest in your quality. Invest in the quality of your records. Invest in the quality of the studios that you're using. Invest in your mixes. Invest in your masters. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row, because it's not just putting the M-box on and spitting and having your man throw it together. You know, it happens for some guys, but for majority of people trying to make it in this industry, I'm in New York City. I could walk outside my building right now. I'm in the hood. I'm a bump into 7 rappers. You know what I'm saying? Or
right.
8 rappers. Just walk into the damn store.
Right.
In order to stand out, you have to really, really respect what you're doing. So my advice is definitely pay attention to the quality of material that you're releasing. Stand out. You know what I'm saying? Stand out. There's too many guys throwing out bullshit records.
Oh yeah, man, definitely, and that's everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in the States or if you're in another country or whatnot. It's everywhere. I have a million of them that send me records every day, and I just don't play them because the quality ain't right. If your quality ain't right, that means you ain't. I'm not going to say you're not ambitious enough to get your quality right, because maybe you might be running into some money problems or something like that, and you do have a passion for music, but always try to push towards that better quality. And I see what you're saying, man, because you'll Google anything and run into a video and it'd be a very nice track, but the video ain't hot or the video is bad. That makes your image not only look bad, but it makes you think, or makes your music look bad on that term too.
Yeah, absolutely, because, you know, even though I'm an artist, like, don't get it twisted, I'm still a fan. Like, I'm still a big fan, especially underground guys and, you know, some of the mainstream guys. I'm still a fan. And a lot of kids hit me up, like I was saying earlier. A lot of kids, you know, listen to this, check this out, check this video out, check this out. And you sending me links, so like you said, they send you stuff and it's just shit. And it's like, all right, fam, if you choosing to send this to me and you want me to look at this, and I look at it and it's garbage, the odds is when you send me something again, I'm not gonna look at your stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not gonna give you another shot. You know how they say is, you know, your first impression is everything. So, you know, that's definitely what I would say to these underground guys. And for all these underground artists that are following me and tuning into all the interviews and all that, you know, I know a lot of guys want to get involved with the Legacy Records camp. You know, right now I'm still on the rise, but trust and believe when I am in a position to look for talent, you know, I definitely am going to be searching everywhere, high and low. So I'm not going to forget about a lot of the guys that are submitting, a lot of the producers, a lot of the rapper, singer guys that are sending us stuff. You know, I'm definitely, when the situation presents itself and I'm in a position to reach for talent, I absolutely will. So just hold strong and grind.
All right, and that's the man Produkt right there, and you can always follow him on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. He's on DatPiff, iTunes, Gmail, whatever, man. All you gotta do is go to his website, www.iamprodukt.com, and Produkt is spelled Produkt. Is that right, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I just got another thing, man. You got any shout outs you want to give anyone here on Slammin' Tunes right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to shout out Ronnie King. I want to shout out the whole Slammin' Tunes staff, everybody over there. You know, I appreciate the platform. You know, I want to shout out a lot of my affiliates in the Bronx. Pete Powers, another force to be reckoned with coming out. You know, my man Ransom, my man Naturally Amazing. Naturally Amazing is another kid that you have to look out for. You know, he was D-Block. He was a D-Block artist under Vinny Idol. You know, he ran into some trouble, but he's coming. You know, he's my right hand. That's the next to come up right after me. His name is Naturally Amazing. You can also check him out at naturallyamazing.com.
Okay.
So salute to him. He's definitely working as well. But I just, you know, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for reaching out. I appreciate the platform. You know, we all grinding. You never know where anybody could be tomorrow. So, you know, I appreciate y'all from the ground, and I'm going to appreciate y'all at the top. So, you know, let's just rise together, brother.
I appreciate that, fam, and I salute you and your whole team out there in New York, man. Definitely looking for some new big things coming out of y'all, and especially with you and Concord ENT. Definitely looking for some more big collabs and some big projects that's coming from y'all's way. Yeah, man. I got your track here, Bronx Bullies, featuring Fred the Godson right here. Did you want to go ahead and announce that on for us, man?
Yes, sir. Y'all already know what it is. This is your boy Produkt, live from the Bronx in New York City, and we about to get into this record, Bronx Bullies, featuring Fred the Godson, off that Mantra of a Dealer mixtape. You heard? Ronnie King, let's go.
Fred the God.
Produkt in the building.
Produkt, what up?
Here, baby. Yeah. What I do? Fox Savage, Castle Hill. Just that real nigga shit. Let's go.
Lights, camera, knife hammer. I walk around with cane just like grandma. They said my claim to fame was cause my grandma. It wasn't in that range, third lane down in Atlanta. Life's a chess game, I'm a rookie myself. Playing the corner, I'm a cookie myself. Meaning that Prada, see me with Prada, a lot of dollars. You ain't yelling nothing about money, nigga, don't holler. I'm done talking, Black Impala. Since you don't understand English, my shooter from Guatemala. Frederico, Big Bronx warning you. Them niggas that's hyping you up, they going on for you. So that's the situation. Since I resort to violence, I'll be on a vacation. And y'all ain't seen a nigga since. It's no fingerprints. Fred the Godson.
You looking for a real nigga? Well, here I am. Getting to the money and tying up loose ends. You looking for a fly nigga? Here I be. Fitted on low and I'm riding through NYC. You looking for a drug dealer? You know we got it. Put that money in the body and mommy be all about it. You fucking with a real nigga. See me in the flesh. Disrespect or you getting checked. This is the X.
Rico Perico, that kilo turn to a budget. Tranquilo for Rico while I murder these suckers. Time over time, want me losing and sloppy. But my grind more the kind to see the Louvre and Versace. Hear me? They say I'm sleep, but I'm an asshole. When you take your bite, you gon' meet that Tabasco. Pray through the heat, they don't speak like a rascal. I'm running through these streets till impeached by that task force. Relentless when I'm in motion, nigga. Who they mention when fencing is something potent, nigga. I'm just trying to find the ocean quick. I'm lobster with a damsel. Pull the rock, Papa Sinatra, they think I'm handsome. Corner block choppers who profit of thinking ransom. Just trying to get my hands in. Love, it's all love. I'm burning till we all higher. War, you want blood, it's automatic gunfire.
You looking for a real nigga? Well, here I am. Getting to the money and tying up loose ends. You looking for a fly nigga? Here I be. Fitted on low and I'm riding through NYC. You looking for a drug dealer? You know we got it. Put that molly in the body, your mommy be all about it. You fucking with a real nigga. See me in the flesh, disrespect or you getting checked. This is the X.
The streets is watching and these bitches talking. They cut the check, I told them get the coffins. Carefree, these pups are the bears me. Wipe my ass with you runts and your bullshit boss. See me on the app with your bullshit love. I'm your barbershop gossip. No propaganda, you jammers, these hammers rock. I'm not for cameras, outlandish niggas is straka. I'm clearly out of patience. Need a hug, nigga, with your mad rap noise. You see the love, nigga, we in fast black toys. You need a plug, niggas, you them bad batch boys. Send a slug, hit you, give your backpack poise. Me, I ain't Sadiddy, my city be on the sleeve. I'm just tryna ask Diddy if Biggie got the beliefs. In that lobby, Rocky, it's me knocking at the front door. You looking sloppy, Poppy, I'm the one you need the front for.
You looking for a real nigga? Well, here I am. Getting to the money and tying up loose ends. You looking for a fly nigga? Here I be. Fitted on low and I'm riding through NYC. You looking for a drug dealer? You know we got it. Put that molly in the body, your mommy be all about it. You fucking with a real nigga. See me in the flesh, disrespect or you getting checked. This is the X.